Hey guys, I'm Matt from Pop Review Movie Podcast. The Golden Globes are this weekend, so obviously I wanted to come in and try and predict the winners. So let's just get into it. So starting with Best Motion Picture Drama. The nominees are Anatomy of the Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Mastro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, and Zone of Interest. I think it's going to be Oppenheimer. I think that's going to win. I do think it's going to be a Barbenheimer night. So I just am starting strong on Oppenheimer. I do see Killers of the Flower Moon sneaking in because, Golden Globes isn't necessarily one for the Oscars. While I think Oppenheimer is the front runner, I think they do sometimes pick a different drama movie. It's happened before. Social Network won for Best Drama. King's Speech won the Oscar. Stuff like that. So I do think, there is a higher chance for a surprise. But I do think it's going to be Oppenheimer. Best Motion Picture Musical Comedy. The nominees are Air, American Fiction, Barbie, The Holdovers, May, December, and Poor Things. For a while, I had Poor Things, but like I said, the more I'm going into this weekend, the more the Golden Globes night, I really do think it's going to be a Barbenheimer, like I just said. So I'm going with Barbie for the win. I do think Poor Things could surprise us. Poor Things, it had a momentum. But I think it's going towards now Emma Stone and other places and not Best Picture. Definitely getting nominated for Best Picture. But I don't know if it's going to be the winner. Just because I mean, Everything Ever All at Once was a weird movie and that won Best Picture. But this is a weird movie that I can't see people saying this is the Best Picture for the year. Best Motion Picture Anime. The nominees are The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the Super Mario Brothers movie, Suzumi, and Wish. It's Across the Spider-Verse. I'd be shocked if anything else won. I feel like this is Across the Spider-Verse is even having a conversation of getting into Best Picture. It's just that very rarely do you see a movie an anime movie, no less, get into the Best Picture conversation. And usually those are the ones that just kind of sweep everything. It's happened only, I think, with Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story, and Up. And Beauty and the Beast didn't have a category for animation yet, but both Up and Toy Story 3 won a lot of those awards. So I just think this is probably like a lock. If it's not, I'd be quite surprised. Best Motion Picture Non-English Language. The nominees are Anatomy of the Fall, Fallen Leaves, Lo Capitano, Past Lives, Society of the Snow, and The Zone of Interest. I think it's going to Anatomy of the Fall. That movie just... I can't believe I can't believe France did not submit this for their movie for the Oscars because I think it could have won. But I think, everyone else is not making that mistake and they're going to, and they're going to choose that for the win. It's only competition, maybe Zone of Interest because, and maybe Past Lives because those are also getting nominations outside of this category. But I do think it's Anatomy of the Fall. They're saying it's going to be actress and possibly writing and possibly directing. And there's a lot more to it in that package that I think people are wanting to see it win. And I haven't seen it, but I heard it's a great movie. So I do think it's almost like it didn't get the Oscar. We're going to give it everything else. So the Golden Globes this year went through a revamp and a lot of stuff. And this year they are doing a new category, which is Best Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. People aren't happy about this category because they think it's just getting popular movies nominated. It kind of like what the Oscars tried to do, but it was squashed pretty quickly. But the nominees are Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, John Wick Chapter 4, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, Oppenheimer, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Super Mario Brothers movie, and Taylor Swift: The Eras Tour. I personally think they made this category to get Taylor Swift to go to the awards and to win an award and for the viewership to go up. That's just, what's going on in my head and why I think they did this award. But I do think Taylor Swift is winning. I think this will backfire next year when there's no Taylor Swift movie to promote this. And even if Taylor Swift wasn't there, it probably would have went to Barbie. But who knows what next year is going to be, or I guess 2024 is going to be since we're in 2024. I think it's going to be Taylor Swift. So we'll see if their plan worked because that's what I think this idea was towards. Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama, Bradley Cooper, Leonardo DiCaprio, Coleman Domingo, Barry Keoghan, Cillian Murphy, and Andrew Scott. I think, so this one I'm going back and forth on. I think this one's going to be Cillian Murphy. Like I said, I think it's going to be a big Oppenheimer, a big Barbie night, and I think they're going to be giving a lot of these things to them. The only upset I can kind of see is Bradley Cooper. Mastro is I feel like it's a mixed movie with a lot of people, but I do think a lot of people are saying like this is his time, and this could be like, Bradley Cooper's time to get all the awards. He's been nominated a lot, he's never won. So I feel like everyone's just kind of waiting for that first award to see where it goes, to see, is it going to be like the, it's his time award, or is it going to go somewhere else? We'll just have to see. I do think it's going to be Cillian Murphy, though. Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama: Annette Bening, Lily Gladstone, Sandra Hüller, Greta Lee, Carey Mulligan, Kaylee Spacey. I think it's going to Lily Gladstone. I do think this. I think this is she was supposed to be in supporting. She went into lead. People thought maybe she could win it. I do still think she's going to win it. She is that strong of a performance. Are there any possible surprises? Possibly Carey Mulligan. People say that Mastro is really her movie and she is incredible in it. And possibly Sandra Hüller. I've been hearing a lot of things about her, and I think she has been winning some awards. It's just really curious if like that's the route they're gonna go. But as of right now, I'm putting my money on Lily Gladstone. I think this year I feel like they're looking towards a lot of like, new talent, which I like. I actually like, instead of, giving to the people that have won a lot or been nominated a lot and stuff like that. It seems like frontrunners are people who really have never been nominated before a lot of the times, and I'm liking that trend this year. Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. I was between a lot of people. I was between two people, but let me read your nominees: Nicolas Cage, Timothée Chalamet, Matt Damon, Paul Giamatti, Joaquin Phoenix, and Jeffrey Wright. I'm going with Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers. I was between him and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction, because I just have a gut feeling that Jeffrey Wright would be a very Golden Globes win. But the more I'm looking at other wins, Paul Giamatti is probably the favorite in winning the most. So I'm going to have to go with him. Could I see a slight upset with Timothée Chalamet for Wonka? It's a very Golden Globes type of thing to do. But like I said, they kind of revamped, so I'm not sure if they're as kooky as the previous Golden Globes. So we'll have to see. Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy: Fantasia Barrino, Jennifer Lawrence, Natalie Portman, Alma Postani, Margot Robbie, and Emma Stone. It's Emma Stone for Poor Things. The only person I can kind of see is Margot Robbie for Barbie. If it's like I said, it's a very big Barbenheimer night. If it's really a big Barbenheimer night, it's going to Margot Robbie. But Emma Stone is so good, and she is the front runner right now, that I do think it's going to her. And usually a lot of times, like, there are certain Golden Globe ones that correlate. And I think Best Actress is probably going to do that. Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture: Willem Dafoe, Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Ryan Gosling, Charles Melton, and Mark Ruffalo. A lot of people are saying Ryan Gosling for Barbie is winning this. I don't think so. I think Charles Melton for May December is winning. It's very Golden Globes. I also think it could translate to the Oscar. He has had a big surge. He's been winning a lot of awards. He's been winning a decent amount of awards. I've seen, critic stuff saying for both Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Gosling, but they're just, in my gut, I think Charles Melton is going to either do, the Angela Bassett thing like last year and win just the Golden Globes and the critics, and then it goes to someone else, maybe Ryan Gosling, Rob Downey Jr. for the Oscars. But there's a part of me that just, it seems like he hit like the sweet spot of this campaign. I think people are really liking his story. Coming up, like, for his campaign and stuff like that. And I just have that feeling it's going to be Charles Melton. Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture: Emily Blunt, Danielle Brooks, Jodie Foster, Julianne Moore, Rosamund Pike, and Da'Vine Joy Randolph. It's Da'Vine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. She literally has been winning everything. There's always a lock for these awards, and this year it is her. If she does not win, I'd be shocked, but Golden Globes love Jodie Foster, so that's all I'm going to say. Best Director: Bradley Cooper, Greta Gerwig, Yorgos Lanthimos, Christopher Nolan, Martin Scorsese, and Celine Song. I think it's going to Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer, just for a lot of reasons I said already. But I think this is his time I think he's been trying to get an Oscar, and he's finally here with Oppenheimer. I think they're giving it to him, because he did put an amazing movie together. The craftsmanship was just incredible. Best Screenplay: Barbie, Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Past Lives, and Anatomy of a Fall. Really, this can go to a lot of them. I don't think there's one set winner. At one point I had Oppenheimer, at one point I had Barbie, at one point I had Poor Things. But really, Anatomy of a Fall can get it. People are really liking that script. But I'm going now with Past Lives, because I just think the script has been always what people talk about with Past Lives. And I've been kind of like looking around, seeing a lot of other stuff, like what people have been saying, and a lot of them have been saying Past Lives as well. Like I said, it could go to anyone, but for me, I'm putting my money on Past Lives. Best original score: Poor Things, Oppenheimer, The Boy and the Heron, The Zone of Interest, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Killers of the Flower Moon. I think it's going to Oppenheimer. Like I said, it's a Barbenheimer night. Score is amazing. I think Oppenheimer is just also going to translate to a lot of technical awards at the Oscars, and this is also just, just the beginning of it. And finally, Best Original Song, Addicted to Romance from She Came to Me, Dance the Night from Barbie, I'm Just Kim from Barbie, Peaches from the Super Mario Brothers movie, Road to Freedom from Rustin, and What Was I Made For Barbie. I do think the song of this year is a strong frontrunner, not clear frontrunner, but is What Was I Made For. But definitely a Barbie song is the frontrunner. I do think What Was I Made For is going to win. We'll see. Like I said, Barbenheimer. I do think that's going to be a very big message for this year. And I'm okay with it because both movies are great. So those were the nominees. I'm curious what you guys think is going to win for the Golden Globes. Please let me know down in the comments. These are my predictions. Let me know yours. Very soon we will all find out who is right and who is wrong. So maybe I'll come back on and see how many I got right and kind of review the Golden Globes. We'll see if I have time for that. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Cheers.